Hey guys, how's it going? Brilliant. Okay, so that was And I Love Her by Kurt Cobain. Or should I say, performed by Kurt Cobain, because as I'm sure we are all aware, this was originally a Lennon-McCartney composition. It featured on the Beatles album A Hard Day's Night back in 1964. Now, I wouldn't say that I'm exactly an expert on the Beatles, but you know, I'm pretty familiar with them, and I'm familiar with this album and this particular song in this instance. But yeah, I think my favourite Beatles album is probably a toss-up between Revolver and the White Album. Sgt. Pepper's pretty high up there as well, but yeah, there's loads of Beatles albums. They released loads, so yeah, there's a lot to choose from when it comes to them. But back to Kurt Cobain, his version of the song is quite sort of like the other end of the spectrum compared to the Beatles. The Beatles version's pretty upbeat, whereas this one's like, you know, the other end of the spectrum, like I said, pretty sad. But yeah, it's a brilliant version of the song, and it features on the Kurt Cobain album Montage of Heck from the eponymous movie of the same name, A Montage of Heck. Yeah, it's just a bunch of home recordings basically, and if you haven't seen the movie, I definitely recommend watching it. I mean, I've read several books about Nirvana, so I'm pretty familiar with the story already, but there's some cool animation and stuff, and yeah, it's just, you know, interesting to watch if you're kind of at a loose end, I guess. Like I said, this was just Kurt Cobain's rendition of the song, and I don't think it was ever officially recorded in a studio, but you know, there's plenty of songs like that where Kurt just recorded them at home, like on a boombox or something, so I don't know, at least we have those versions, you know, it's better than nothing, I guess. So this song is tuned down to E-flat tuning, which is pretty simple to do. You just tune every single string down by half a step. Yeah, and it's also pretty simple to play as well, although, saying that, I don't think I played the final verse exactly the same as the way Kurt Cobain played it. I think he altered the strumming pattern slightly for the last verse, whereas I just played it the same the whole way through, apart from the intro and the outro, where I believe I did play it the same way Kurt did. I may be overcomplicating the way I'm explaining this, but you know, it makes sense to me, and hopefully it makes sense to you as well. Yeah, because the song has no drums or even a click track or anything like that, you're kind of trying to work off of Kurt Cobain's like inbuilt metronome kind of thing, and to be fair to the guy, he had a great sense of timing. If you watch any live performances when he's like improvising solos and stuff, he's always bang on like when it comes to the timing, which is something I admire because I don't really have that ability. I think that's just either something you learn over time, or it might have helped because Kurt Cobain was a drummer, so maybe that inbuilt metronome kind of thing was like, you know, a result of playing the drums, I guess. Either way, I've never really played the drums. I've messed about with them, sort of thing, but yeah, never like taken it seriously or anything. So maybe I should have done that in the past. Maybe it would have helped. So, like I said, it's not the best Nirvana cover in the whole world, but it certainly isn't the worst.
I don't think you fit this shoe. I don't, but you have a clue. Take it, then it's wrong. You hang me out to dry. I can see you every night. Rain. I'm
joking, of course. You have to feel bad for Wes Scantlin there because he had just done a gig the night before and I think he'd blown his voice out, so, you know, bravo to him for giving it a bash, I guess. Yeah, he'd performed that song a bunch of times before and he was definitely good at singing that song, so yeah, just a rare sort of like bad situation, I guess. As you just saw, I used a Fender Telecaster for this cover.
But Paul, he used an acoustic guitar for this version. Why didn't you do that?
That's what you sound like. I'm joking. Yeah, I did use the acoustic originally just to do the cover, and I didn't like the way it turned out. It keeps going out of tune, so yeah, I just went to a guitar that's like pretty stable when it comes to tuning and sounds alright as well, so, well, it sounds great. It's my playing that's just alright. But yeah, so that's that story. I've had a lot of people sort of like, you know, saying that kind of thing, like, oh, you didn't use this, or Kurt used this, or whatever. I just tried to demonstrate how to play the song. I'm not going for like, you know, the exact tone he was using in a lot of these videos. I just try to like perform the song as best I can and try and sort of like show other people how to play it. So yeah, I mean, you know, feel free to comment if there's something that's kind of like nagging at you kind of thing, but yeah, I just thought I would address that because it's happened quite a lot in the past. I don't mean to kind of like, you know, run anybody down, of course, you're entitled to your opinions and all that, but I just wanted to explain, you know, the reason why I don't always use the same gear that Kurt used. Best cover ever. Okay, so this outro is kind of all over the place, so I'm just going to end it here, to be honest. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully it helps you learn how to play the song. My mission for you is learn how to play it better than I did. I think I did okay, but you know, it's definitely something that could be improved in the future. Yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, please feel free to hit like and subscribe and all those awesome things that you guys always do, and I always say the same thing, but yeah, you know, thanks for all the support and all that. It really does mean a lot to me. I really enjoy doing these videos, even though, like I said before, I have been kind of lazy recently and just going for like pretty simple songs, but I'm hoping to do some more requests hopefully in the future. Pretty soon in the future. This song wasn't exactly requested in the past, it was suggested, if that makes sense, so kind of the same thing I suppose. Yeah, so if you want some advice, take what the government told us and do go to work, don't go to work, don't go outside. If you can work from home, go to work. Yeah, it's not really funny anymore, is it? That was kind of a little while ago that Boris said that, but anyway, take it easy guys. Hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Peace. Stay safe. Oh man, check out that zit. It's gross.